Alright, ladies and gentlemen, these videos are going to be helping you with your week 5 assignments. So this first assignment is a review of slope. Now we can identify and find slope in two different ways, and I'll do both of them right now. So slope from a graph, the very first way that you can do slope, or find slope rather, is to make an XY table. I'll make this paper bigger, but you've got to pick 2 points that fit perfectly on the graph in order to do so. And the first one I would pick would be this y-intercept right here, the 0, 30, which would be really easy. And then another point to use that's exactly on the graph is 50, 60. Alright, so now let me make this table bigger that I've made on my piece of paper. And once you have your XY table, then you can use your equation. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Label your first and your second point. So my y2 is 60. Be very careful that you're using the y and not the x. My y1 is 30 over 50 minus 0. 60 minus 30 is 30. 50 minus 0 is 50. If you have your calculator, you can use 50 divided by, or 30 divided by 50 rather, gives you bless me, excuse me, gives you 0.6. And then, I'll show you this again. 30 divided by 50 is 0.6. Math, which is right underneath alpha, frac, turns that into 3 over 5. I'll show you guys how to do it in the Desmos calculator, if you guys don't have a calculator at home. So my slope is 3 over 5. Proper fraction, 3 over 5. Okay. Let's do another one. It says, look at this graph. What is the slope? Okay, I'm going to use an XY table again, but I'm going to show you guys how to use the Desmos calculator instead. Okay, so pick 2 points that match perfectly on this graph. The first one I'm going to pick is the y-intercept, which is at 0, 10. And the next point I would pick would be 30, 20. Let me make my screen bigger. So here's my XY table. Label my first and my second point. So I've got y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. 20 minus 10 over 30 minus 0 is 10 over 30. To find what that is, reduce. Now that one's not too tricky, but I'd also advise you guys to use the Desmos calculator that I'll post on here as well. I'll have this link up here for you guys. And then you would do 10 divided by 30 equals 0.33333. And then you click this little fraction button. It says convert to a decimal now. There's convert to decimal. This little button right here means convert to fraction. So that gives you 1 over 3. So I'll write 1 over 3 as my answer. I'll go back to Excel and do 1 over 3. Okay. Now let's jump up a level. Let's do rise over run. That's the other way that you can calculate slope. And you've got to be very careful with the scale of your graph. So here's the first point at 40, 0, and then the next point that's perfectly on the graph is at 70, 10. So to go from 40, 0 to 70, 10, rise would be going up 10 and over 30. Be very careful here. 10, 20, 30. So up 10, over 30. 10 over 30 is exactly like the problem that we just did before that, which would reduce to 1 over 3. I'll do one more with rise over run. This one's going to have a negative slope, first of all, because it's sloping downward. And if I have a perfectly matched point, would be -5, -1, and then I've got 0, negative 5. So I'd go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So down 5 to the right 5 is negative 5 over 5, which is negative 1. Hopefully I picked answers that are directly on there. Oh, nope, nope. Oop, 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 oop. Okay, I've got negative 5, negative 1, and then I have 0, negative 5. So going down 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to be negative 4 over 5. Good catch, Miss Suko. Okay, so those are your two previews for rise over run, or to solve for the slope using your equation. Okay, guys? So hopefully that was helpful. Let me know if you guys have any questions.